Hi, I'm Donalyn. I'll be reading Pulelehua and Ma by Janice Crowl. Illustrations by Harinani Orme. Pulelehua, the mamaki tree called softly. Come, land on my leaves and rest a bit. Stay here a while under the ohia trees with me. Do you remember me? Pulelehua, the Kamehameha butterfly, did not seem to hear. She danced in the shade, she glided in the sunlight between the tall trees of the Hawaiian rainforest. Finally, she landed on a moss-covered log of an old koa tree. As she sat on the log, she lifted her wings up and down. Pulelehua, said the mamaki tree. Don't you remember? I took care of you when you were just a little baby. Your mother laid her egg on one of my leaves. When you hatched, you were just a tiny caterpillar. Suddenly, Pulelehua understood. Yes, I remember now. I thought it was just a dream, whispered Pulelehua. She flew to the mamaki tree and landed on one of its leaves. Mahalo for taking care of me, mamaki, she said. She felt at home. Hapu'u and palapalai ferns nodded as a cool, moist breeze blew through the forest. Ohia trees swayed to and fro as if dancing a slow, graceful hula. Pulelehua was ready to lay her egg. She knew this was the best place for her baby. Pulelehua laid one darkly colored egg on the surface of a mamaki leaf. Would you please take care of my keiki? Asked Pulelehua. Of course, answered the mamaki. Aloha, said Pulelehua as she fluttered away. After 5 days passed, Pulehua's egg hatched. A tiny black caterpillar with green spines came out. Aloha, my keiki hanai, said the mamaki tree. Your mother has given you to me. E malama au ia oi. I will take care of you. I shall call you Keli'i, the little one. Keli'i, the caterpillar, wiggled with glee at the sound of his new name. The young Kamehameha butterfly caterpillar was very hungry now. He wanted to eat and eat, but first he needed to protect himself. Hide yourself, Keli'i, the mamaki tree said. The birds of the forest think you are a tasty snack. Hurry, I see an amakihi nearby. The caterpillar began to make a shelter for himself from the mamaki leaf. Like all Kamehameha butterfly caterpillars, he was a leaf roller. First, he cut a piece of the leaf, then he folded the leaf edge over his body. Finally, he made silk and used it to close up the leaf around him. Now, he was safely tucked inside his little leaf shelter. When he was ready, the young caterpillar sometimes came out of the rolled leaf to eat. Eat plenty. Ho'oi kaika. Grow strong, the mamaki told Keli'i. Yes, Mama Mamaki, the little caterpillar replied cheerfully. And the caterpillar ate the mamaki leaf, and ate until he became as green as a mamaki leaf. His head looked like part of a mamaki flower, and his spines changed color. He had a yellow stripe on each side of his body. As the caterpillar grew, he sometimes became too big for his shelter, but each time that happened, he made a bigger one. Now the caterpillar was so big he no longer needed the protection of the rolled leaf. He crawled around the surface of the mamaki leaves all day long, chewing them up and getting stronger. One day, Pulelehua drifted by the mamaki tree. Look, Keli'i, there is your mama Pulelehua. Aloha, mama, Keli'i joyfully greeted her. Ai, mamaki, is that my baby? You are taking care of him so well. My ka'i. Pulelehua danced in the air. She knew that she could depend on the mamaki tree for the food and shelter that the caterpillar needed, just as her ancestors did for thousands of years. Pulelehua was grateful for the mamaki tree, but Pulelehua did not chew mamaki leaves. Instead, she got food with a part of her mouth that was a long, thin tube. It was like a coiled straw that she could unroll to sip her food. One of her favorite foods was the sap of injured koa trees. Sometimes she sipped nectar from flowers and water from rain puddles. Pulelehua needed to search the forest for her food plants, so she flew off, leaving the caterpillar behind on the mamaki tree. Is that what I will look like when I grow up? Keli'i wondered. How can that be? The caterpillar stayed with the mamaki and ate more and more until he could eat no more. He became very momona. He was almost 1 month old. He was as big as he could grow. Hey Juliao, little one, said the mamaki. Time to turn over a new leaf. Keli'i understood. It was time to change into a butterfly. The caterpillar spun some silk and attached it to the underside of the mamaki leaf. Then, holding on the silk with only his back legs, he let go of the leaf. And while he hung there with his head down toward the earth, he shed his caterpillar skin. And he slowly changed into a chrysalis. The Kamehameha butterfly chrysalis looked like a curled dead mamaki leaf, so predators did not notice him. They did not even notice the beautiful tiny gold and silver spots he had on his side. The chrysalis hung there quietly on the mamaki leaf for about 2 weeks, and then the chrysalis split open. He pushed his way out. He had changed into a handsome butterfly. He needed to unfold his wet, wrinkled wings. He slowly moved his wings up and down, pumping them until they were stiff and strong. Keli'i's wings looked like his mother's wings, but he was a male Kamehameha butterfly, so his wings had fewer white spots. After a few hours, Keli'i, the butterfly, was ready to try his wings. Thank you for taking care of me, mamaki. Aloha, ahuiho. I will see you again someday, he promised. E halia aloha. I will cherish you, butterfly, answered the mamaki tree. But I know that someday I will take care of your keiki too. A soft wind whispered through the forest, and the mamaki branches gently waved goodbye. And then the strong, handsome, grown-up Kamehameha butterfly swiftly flew off into the misty Hawaiian rainforest in search of the sweetness of the aina.
The end.